So what is up, everyone? Today is Monday, February 2nd. I'll be trading the Nasdaq like I always do. So I am coming to the session with a pretty bullish bias. I feel like when we look at the higher time frame, well, we swept out this low over here. So I feel like we're reacting very strongly off of that. I feel like the biggest confirmation I can get that we're actually trending bullish is going to be like if we can invert all of this over here, like there's a fair value gap over here, and there's also what I call like a volume imbalance right over here. So if you look, like there's a gap where there's not even a candle body here, if that makes sense, right? So I really want to see us close through this volume imbalance down here. But at that point, I'll be very bullish if we can close through that. Yeah, I feel like even on the 15-minute, we're like respecting all these 15-minute things. Just going straight up. We haven't even taken out Asia high yet. We're probably going to take out Asia high right now. Yeah, we just took out Asia high. I'm expecting us to continue up higher. So I'm probably looking for a continuation long. Like, yes, we do have, there's like this gap down here where it's like a 15-minute gap with like equal lows. We might just not come back to it. So like, let's say I might look for like, let's say if we open up like a 5-minute gap, like somewhere up here, maybe we can trade down to that, give a clear reaction coming out of there. I take like a long out of there, maybe. We'll see. I'm excited for February though. I feel like February can be a good month. I feel like there's a lot of economic news this month. Well, this week, I'm sorry. Like there's red folder news at 10 a.m. So I do have to be cautious of that. But it's looking like we're reacting a little bit off Asia highs right now. You said, good morning, Tim. How are you today? Can't complain. How about you, Uber? How are you? You said, what's good, Tim? What's the bias rate? What's good, Kane? I'd say I'm bullish. I feel like we swept out like on the higher time frame. We took out this low I have marked. I feel like it's reacting so strongly off of it. I'm looking for buys. You said, where did you start getting into trading? I mean, I started on YouTube, honestly. I choose to watch so many YouTube videos explaining stuff. I've been trading for a long time. You said, doing good, ready for Red Folder this week? Oh, yeah, definitely, honestly. Like, Red Folder news makes things exciting. And last week was honestly kind of boring. Yo, what's up? What's up, Vizit? How are you? You said, all good? I'm happy to hear that. I see you passed your eval. That's what's up. Yeah, you said I passed the eval, yeah. That's great, bro. You know, honestly, I was thinking about you the other day. I was like, yo, I hope you didn't fail at eval, because I remember you kept saying you were like, well, you were like however many cents away. I was like, yo, imagine if you actually blew that. You said it's low-key my first ever? Hey, congratulations. That's great, bro. I feel like the first funded and the first payout always like hits different, if that makes sense. You said time to full board FOMC. I'm so glad I know you're joking. You know, there's some people that think like that though. They're like, all right, got my funded. Time to make 10K. Time to full port. So they've both taken out Asia high. Honestly, I'm just looking for continuation longs. I know we're kind of overextended, but I feel like when you look at the higher time frame, low key, I feel like if we're gonna react off this low, we should have a pretty violent reaction off of it. If that makes sense. And we're kind of getting that, especially like once we invert, like once the 10 a.m. news comes out, and if we close through this gap over here and this volume imbalance, I'm gonna be really bullish toward previous day high. Especially if, let's say, if at 10 a.m. Let's say if we can open up like a 15-minute gap, manipulate down at 10 a.m. into a 15-minute gap, and target previous day high. That would be like best case scenario for me today, honestly. You said trade evade low-key confusing, not gonna lie. Well, I mean, what about it's confusing? I mean, I can explain anything on here. I got my paper trading account. You said, good morning, Tim. Are you bullish? Oh, yeah, I'm very bullish. But good morning, Samuel. How are you? And we're just trending up so hard. You know, I would start looking for a continuation long now, but honestly, at this point, I definitely want to wait until 10 a.m. though. You said, hey, I'm not really a follower yet. How long you been trading? So I've been trading for a really long time, honestly. I first started the end of 2018. I wouldn't really count that as my actual start point, because back then, I was just throwing money around on options for, like, fun, if that makes sense. I'd say about, like, 3.5 years ago now is when I kind of, like, got serious about trading. I'd say it honestly took me, like, 2.5 years to get, like, profitable. But I really count my start date as, like, 3.5 years ago, I guess. You said, I miss Project X. Yeah, Project X is nice, honestly. I think once you get used to trade bait, though, it's not that bad. And I don't know if you follow Alpha on social media, but Alpha's talking about, well, they're teasing. They're probably going to release a platform similar to Project X you can use on their at Alpha, if that makes sense. I'm looking for the post they were teasing. Oh yeah, they posted this. You probably can't see this. Yeah, this is definitely unreadable. I'll just pull it up on my computer, honestly. I'll just find the post and I'll share my screen. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's not much going on right now in the chart. So, yeah, Alpha posted this. So it says, something powerful is coming, stay tuned. And if you zoom in, that looks just like Project X in the background. And see, it says built by Alpha for Alpha traders. So like we might have something that looks just like Project X coming soon. You said, is it me or is Tim breaking up? I mean, since I keep moving my head, it could be me. I can check on my phone. Yo, how is YouTube gonna give me an ad for my own stream? He said he sounded good to me. You said, oh yeah, Steph, my AirPods can't be lagging. Said maybe Twitch, I'm gonna go to YouTube. Interesting. Let me check if... It sounds good to me on YouTube, at least. I just want to see if my things give me any errors. Nah. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. Damn, we're trending up so hard right now. I mean, this is low-key what I want, though. Like, I really want to see us close up here through this gap. You said, are you waiting for a pullback? I mean, yeah, I'm definitely waiting for a pullback for longs, but at this point, I want to see... There's, like, red folder news coming out at 10 a.m. So I really want to wait for the news to come out first, and then after that, I want to pull back after that 10 a.m. news, to be honest. Said, what's up, guys? I'm on YouTube. What's up, Vizid? Yeah, honestly, too, I feel like it would be more confirmation for longs, too, if we close through, like, this 4-hour gap and this 4-hour volume imbalance. You said, I think it's a Twitch problem? Interesting. I wonder if it's, like, a me Twitch problem or, like, a Twitch problem. You said, what's good, Tim? What's up, Bakakano? How are you, bro? Oh, you know, Vizit, I don't know if you were here on Friday or not, but I low-key hit a really nice trade to save one of my accounts before I blew them. You probably saw I was getting cooked lately. This is like a over 2-to-1 RR. So I actually have some drawdown on these accounts again. I'm excited. You said, when did you decide to scale up your funded? Honestly, I guess when you have, like, multiple payouts, I guess, I feel like that's a good time. I mean, like, I always think, like, it's almost like a business where you kind of, like, reinvest money. So you make profit, reinvest the profit back into the business so you can make more money from the business. So, like, let's say if I get multiple payouts, I'm like, okay, I've gotten multiple payouts from one account. I'll try to get multiple payouts from, like, 3 accounts now. And once I get comfortable trading 3 accounts, then you go to 5. That makes sense. It's also when you're comfortable scaling up, too, because, like, you could get to the point where you get a couple payouts, but, like, if you feel really uncomfortable scaling up, it might not be the best idea, if that makes sense. You said I get it. You trade yourself on... Yeah, I trade funded accounts. Oh. Bro, why you gotta bring up taxes? You said you've seen those taxes at the end of this year, though? I mean, what do you mean those taxes? Like, my taxes? Dude, I do my own taxes, and oh my god, I'm gonna have to pay so much money. I've actually never paid this much money in taxes in my life. Like, I am suffering from success. Like, that means I made income, but, like, it's so much money. Because I feel like the thing is, though, with trading, like, you think, like, oh, I made, like, I made this amount of money, but it's like, well, no, you didn't get taxed on that, so you gotta take out X amount of money for taxes. And it might not seem like much per payout, but it'd be adding up. You know, one thing, I know this might sound funny, I remembered I lost some money on crypto, and I was like, bet, I can, like, lower my taxable income. I can report that, too. Bro said, I'm gonna learn how to legally launder money. I wonder, did YouTube filter that? Or am I just... Oh, am I going crazy? Interesting. My YouTube chat kind of froze on one screen. That's why I have it on two screens, I guess. You said you looking for continuation longs? Yeah, I'm looking for continuation longs. At this point, though, especially now we have like red folder news in like, what, 15 minutes? So like, let's say we chop around for a bit. We open up a 15-minute gap here. Like, let's say 10 a.m. manipulates down into the 15-minute gap. I get a clear inverse coming out of there. Honestly, I know previous day high is so far away, but I'm bullish until we hit previous day high, honestly. Like, I'm not necessarily saying I'm going to target previous day high. Oh, yeah, right, that'd be nice. Honestly, I think that'd be really nice. Especially, too, like, if at 10 a.m. we're going to invert this 4-hour, I'm going to be so confident in longs. Like, look at the way this current 4-hour candle is forming. I love this. Like, we swept this low, immediate displacement away from it. I just got to wait 13 minutes until 10 a.m. Hopefully, too, if we can leave behind a data high. Oh, you said I missed my 2-minute chart on Project X. I missed the trading coaches. Well, what do you call it? The 2-minute chart, you can get the 2-minute chart. It's just, unfortunately, TradingView makes you pay. Which I'm sure you probably don't want to pay for TradingView. Dropping things. You said I'm not trying to pay for TradingView. Now I get you. And like, I feel like the thing is, they always have those end of the year sales, but like, dude, I honestly, I'd be paying bread for TradingView. I'm pretty sure I paid like $234 for an annual subscription. He said, I got just one more question. What was the breaking point that got you profitable? Gotta be something with mind. Well, honestly, I wouldn't say, I mean, you can ask as many questions as you want, but I wouldn't say there's one thing in specific that really made me profitable. I'd say, like, at first I had a bad strategy, and then I kind of found the strategy that worked for me. And from there, I still had a hard time executing it properly. So I had, like a strategy, like, struggle I had to overcome. Then I had a mental struggle I had to overcome, where it was like, I was having a hard time holding my trades to where they wanted to go. And I was, I'd hold positions for longer than I should. Like, it would hit my stop loss and I wouldn't close. And then, yeah, there wasn't really one, like, exact point, though. Oh, also, I feel like honestly, one thing to finish up on that, though, I know I had something else I wanted to say. Honestly, too, I feel like at one point, like, I feel like I thought, oh yeah, I'm trying so hard this trading stuff, and I wasn't making money, though. And like, I looked back and I was like, yo, it's been like a year, like, where is the progress? And like, I feel like I wasn't following my trading plan 100%. And I feel like just like looking at a journal of my history, I feel like one day it just hit me. I was like, damn, I gotta lock in, if that makes sense. Like, I kind of became, like, disgusted with my own actions, if that makes sense. But you said, damn, I'll def sub to TradingView when I'm profitable. Yeah, dude, TradingView, I wonder if they probably think that, though. They're like, yo, the people using our software, they got money. Like, they can pay. You know what I mean? Actually, most traders aren't profitable, though, so maybe I shouldn't say that. You said, thank you? Yeah, of course, Peter. You said, there's never one moment I have payouts, decent experience, RN, 7-8 months in, but I still doubt myself, and sometimes I randomly think if I lose every trade. Honestly, even I think that sometimes. Like, You know, like how I've been losing a bunch of trades lately? I was like, yo, what if like every time I enter a trade, I just keep losing? Like what? Like I can't do anything about that though. The only thing I can do is try to trade the best I can, if that makes sense. But it's like, I still could try my best and lose every trade, if that makes sense. You said same, I'm not profitable, but I'm getting there. Patience goes a long way. I'd say you're definitely getting there. You said, yeah, man, it's scary. We can only take good setups, but still technically lose. Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like trading by nature, there's some uncertainty to it, right? Like even like the best setup still could be like an 80% win rate, if that makes sense. You said, thanks, bro. Yeah, of course. You said it's not a loss if you follow your rules. I mean, that's facts, too. Oh, and also, guys on the YouTube, if you don't mind, hit that like button. It does help with the stream. I do appreciate it. Oh, you know, I remember before I was trying to figure out why my thing looked weird. I don't know what the difference between live chat and top chat is. Fan funding? There's all these chat options. He said, "You're smash the like button. Appreciate you, bro." You said, interesting. I'm like 2.5 years actively learning and trading. I'm still not profitable, even though I have a feeling I know what I'm doing. I'm not very disciplined. Honestly, I mean, I feel that. I've been trading for a long time too. And like you heard me say before, like it took me like 2.5 years of being like locked in to actually gain profitability. Like, I feel like some people on social media like to act like, like, I'd be losing my train of thought. Oh, they like to act like trading's so easy. So like, they're like, oh, if you're not profitable in 6 months, you're cooked. If you're not like this in a year, you're cooked. But it's like, everyone has their own journey, right? Like it just because it's taking me like three to 4 years to get good at trading doesn't mean like just because it takes me X amount of time, it takes you X amount of time, we still get to the same place in the end. So watching your streams like watching a kid grow up. Don't worry, you'll get more viewers soon. Appreciate that, bro. You said, what do you think about gold and silver Friday prices? Did you buy at the lows? Dude, gold and silver went crazy last week. I didn't really buy, honestly. I already have some gold I have in like my long-term portfolio, if that makes sense. Silver low-key kind of scares me because even though I know silver went down like what, 25% one day, but even though it went down 25%, even if you zoom out, it's still up crazy, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, something about that just scares me. But I feel like if you look at the like the economics behind it, I know there's a lot higher demand for silver than there is supply, so that's why it keeps going up. But I mostly just focus on Nasdaq, to be honest. You said keep pushing, we all get there, bro. There's a reason 95% of traders are failing. Yeah, exactly. You said I wasn't here last week. What did I miss? Honestly, not too much. I feel like the price action wasn't that good last week, to be honest. I finished the week slightly negative. I took like, I want to say, no, I took 3 losses and 1 like big win at the end of the week. I can show my P&L for the heck of it while I'm talking about it. Yeah, so last week, this is 1 loss. I took 2 losses this day. And I took a pretty big win this day. So I finished the week only down like $57. The monthly P&L, I'm down like, this is basically 1R, a little more than 1R. So I don't know how. I lost all these days win one day and I somehow am barely down. I'll take it, honestly. You said, man, Friday was bad in NQ unless you found something. Well, I targeted data lows, and I honestly got a really good entry. I feel like the thing is, I probably should have went break even. I didn't go break even, only because I was so close to blowing the account. I was like, you know, it's the last day of the month. I'll either get the account back in like profit, if that makes sense, or blow it. So I never went break even, and I kind of caught like right after that the reaction off Asia High, if that makes sense. You said January was a slow month, to be honest. I was in slight drawdown, floating around break even and slightly profit. Yeah, I feel like January is not the best for price action, especially for like IFVGs and stuff like that. You said morning, what happens if you blow an account and prop? I mean, nothing really. You just lose access to the account. Because honestly, I mean, if you think from the prop firm's perspective, like you pay the evaluation fee, their goal is they never want to pay you. They want you to fail, so they keep the evaluation fees. Because they do make most of their money from traders failing evaluations. You said, what's wrong with Vizid? Is he's not talking? He's here. He's actually on YouTube because I think Twitch might have some issue right now, or I don't know if it's a me issue or a Twitch issue, but he had a hard time hearing me over there, so we came over here. I'm pretty sure he's spam the Raso 6107. I'm pretty sure that's him. You said, so do you have to put real money back? Nah, you don't put any real money back. I mean, like, whenever you buy a prop firm account, like, you can't lose more than you put in. It's kind of similar, like, if you trade options, right? Like, when you buy an options contract, you can't lose, well, a regular options contract, if you just buy a call or buy a put, you can't lose more than you put in. It's kind of the same thing with the futures, like, prop firm, you can't lose more than you put in. Like, you put in the prop firm evaluation fee, and, like, worst case scenario, they keep the fee and you lose. What's up, Idle again? How are you? You said, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, honestly, I feel like when I got the idea for the options analogy, I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure you trade options. I was like, you'll like this one. You should spam the Resio. I used this account to troll a YouTuber back in 2020. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I get bored, and when people comment my videos, I'll look at their channel real quick. And sometimes they have interesting channels. I'm like, yo, you used to make like Fortnite compilations back in like 2018. Like, well, I don't think Fortnite was a thing in 2018, like 2020. But you get my point here. I wonder, when did Fortnite even come out? I'd be forgetting. Fortnite's been out for a long time. I don't even play Fortnite. Why am I even talking about this? Fortnite was released on July 21st, 2017. Does that mean Fortnite's like 8 years old? That's crazy. He said that the Fortnite compilations were goated. He said Fortnite was in 2017, yeah. Yeah, I feel like one thing that made me think of that was the other day I was on TikTok and some dude came in, well, it was a while ago now, but he was hating on me, and I looked at his profile and it was all Fortnite edits, and I'm like, dude, you can't be hating on me when you spend half your day making Fortnite edits. He said, do you still play games? Not anymore, honestly. I feel like there have been times where I've literally tried to get back into it, if that makes sense, but I really can't enjoy video games anymore. Maybe I kind of outgrew it, I don't know. But so we just had 10 a.m. open right here. So this is kind of what I was waiting for, really. You said I knew Tim played Apex before. Yeah, I mean, I guess I look like an Apex player. But yeah, I used to play Apex for a bit too. I used to play Counter-Strike Global Offensive a lot. I used to be a really high rank in Counter-Strike. You said stocks is a video game. I'm not going to lie, to a point it is, especially like day trading. You said we made equal high with the Friday. This one. Oh my god, I'm so bad at drawing sometimes. Probably this high. Oh, you said on a 5-minute time frame? Yeah, I don't know why I'm still looking at 1 minute. I'm making this harder on myself. But essentially, though, right? So we opened up the thing I'm looking for. We have this data high above. I would prefer if ES didn't take it out. From here, I want to see a pullback. Yeah, exactly. He said hopefully we get a nice retracement. That's exactly what I'm looking for. A retracement into this newly formed 15-minute gap. Then I can target these data highs up here. I can go for like a beautiful continuation long, honestly. So yeah, I just need to pull back into this 15-minute here. But I'll look for those equal highs. I'll look on the... You said it's on the 15-minute? The 5-minute, I'm sorry. I mean, you see that the two highs nearby are these two. So they're not like exactly equal, but... You said, what did the news even do? Almost nothing. Almost nothing. Oh, so we took out this data high on ES. We still have a data high on NQ, which I'm hoping we can leave behind, but we're probably going to hit right now. Yeah, you know what news did? It left this little tiny wick over here. Ugh. Nah, that's annoying. We took out data high. So regardless, you said 5-minute FVG seems promising. Oh, you said in the 15? I mean, yeah. I mean, I know there's a 5-minute gap down here. Honestly, the thing is, I am aware there is this 5-minute gap over here. But honestly, since we had 10 a.m. open, like 10 a.m. is the start of a new 4-hour candle. I would love to see 10 a.m. manipulate down into a 15-minute gap and not really into a 5-minute gap. Like, don't get me wrong, we're getting the retracement and all. Well, the reaction, I'm sorry, right? But like, I would really love a re-sweep of these lows and coming down to this 15-minute. You said goofy ass wick. I wonder, even if I were to have tried along, I technically really couldn't have... Oh no, I could have taken this actually. I just don't like how close it is to news. You said they're equal on my chart? Are you looking at like NAS 100 or something like that? Because I always look at NQ, and especially for equal highs and equal lows, NQ is the one you should be looking at. You said, yeah, that reminds me. Weather strategy. Today's sunny and low-key bullish. Yeah. Oh, wait, I gotta my thing's gonna freeze for 1 second. There we go. You can see, there's the weather model. Dude, why can you guys never see my phone screen? That's very hard to read, but it says $400 of profit for my weather strategy. I'm still going to make that video in the weather model too. I'm still working on it. As of right now, the weather model account, I'm actually up $400, and I have to make $12.50 to pass. It's actually a 25K funded account, which is kind of weird. Yo, honestly though, I feel like, bro, I know I said this before, but yo, the clickbait's gonna go... You said the video's gonna go crazy? That's exactly what I was about to say. Yo, the clickbait on that, like, I really want to get a 1K payout from that. If I can get a 1K payout trading the weather... The clickbait's insane. Yeah, but I guess, honestly, even if I were to look for a long here, like, the only long opportunity I could have gotten would have been... like this 1 minute inverse, but this just isn't clean. I feel like we took this data high as well on this close. You're putting like an unfilled 15-minute gap of your stop loss. The structure is just not clean. Damn, we're just flying up. I feel like the thing is, if we just keep continuing up, I'm not gonna be like stuck on my bias saying we have to rebalance this 15-minute. You said I'm green so far. That's what's up, MCO2. Happy to hear it. But honestly, like, let's say if we keep continuing up, I might just look for a retracement into like a 5 or a 15-minute gap we form over there. But I just don't like ES is about to take previous day high already. So I feel like I get less bullish when one of them takes previous day high. Oh my god, look at ES. Look at both of them. Like on the daily time frame, we just opened up, manipulated down, took out the low, and we're reacting up so strong right now. Mini resistance area. I mean, yeah, it's been trending up pretty hard right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'd love to see it pull back a little bit. He said, "Do you realize whenever we yawn, we kind of sound like Patrick from SpongeBob?" Honestly, I get where you're coming from. I never really thought about that, I guess. Interesting observation. There's no... I don't think we're going to open up another 15-minute gap, right? I mean, if there is, it's so small, it doesn't even exist. I wonder... We might open up a 5-minute gap here. I'd have to get, like, ridiculously clean structure for me to take a long off, like, this 5-minute gap we just formed. I'm surprised ES still hasn't taken previous day high yet. You said jolly ass music, it actually reduces my cortisol. That's definitely the goal, honestly. Oh, we're going to take previous day high in ES. He said, let's talk music, guys. What's y'all music taste? Honestly, I feel like I'm pretty all over the place. Like, I mean, I like rap. I sometimes listen to, he's a price action boring, might as well chat. I mean, you're right. But, I like rap. Sometimes I listen to, like girly, like pop music, if that makes sense. Like, sometimes I listen to, like, EDM, though, like hardstyle EDM. I feel like I listen to everything that's not country, to be honest. What do you guys listen to? What do you listen to, Vizid? Dude, are those equal highs with previous day high? Can we please leave that behind? Oh, you know, I think if you guys are in the Discord, though, I think it always shows when I'm listening to Spotify, I think it shows what song I'm listening to currently on my Discord. And sometimes I ever wonder if people in Discord are like, yo, what is this man listening to right now? You said 2010s pop girl music that I like is essential for the gym. Yeah, you know, you said white girl bangers go hard. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad you guys didn't flame me, because honestly, sometimes, like, in the right setting, I feel like those white girl bangers be hitting. In the right setting. It's not like I'm listening to that 24/7, but... You said I listen to almost anything, not gonna lie. You said for real, low-key, I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Discord does that. I have my Spotify linked. I never learned. I mean, I think you guys probably can't see my phone screen. There's my Discord. And it shows what I'm listening to on the bottom. We're probably going to open up another 5-minute gap here. So maybe if we pull back into there and give a continuation out of there. But you said I listen to some rock, blues, some 2010s, girly pop, even metal, some rap. You said I even listened to Mongolian throat singing? I've never even heard of Mongolian throat singing. What exactly is that? You said no shame. Honestly, I'd be vibing in the car, full blast, not giving it my white girl music bangers. I can't listen to rap or op music though, but EDM, techno, white girl bangers my jam. Yeah, I mean, I can't listen to opera music, but I like rap. I like rap though, but... You said search it up, it's peak. I mean, after stream, out of curiosity, I'll definitely look. You know what's some low-key interesting music taste? Like, I feel like you guys have probably heard me talk about the guys over at PB Trading, like Patrick and Blake. Both of them have some really interesting music taste. I feel like they listen to music from like the 50s, it feels like. I rock with it though. You said, why can't I see others chat? Like, you can't see other people talking in the chat? Like, you didn't see what Uberfile said when he said no shame, honestly? He said Mongolian banger. You said, oh, I see it now? Maybe it lagged it for a second or something. So I reloaded YouTube. Damn, this is just going straight up with no pullback. Ooh. You said, I know some people caught this move. Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel like there's someone that caught every move. But, like, honestly, the way I trade, it's like we just shot up at market open and we had no serious pullback. Except for, I mean, technically, yeah, we pulled back into like a 5 minute here. You said probably caught Dodgy, probably caught the 1 second IFVG. In my opinion, the only viable inverse here, which I don't even think it's good, is if you took a close through like this 1 minute gap over here. But like, it's just one, it's so close to news. There's an unfilled 15-minute gap below. It's not like, it's right after 10 a.m. and there's no 10 a.m. manipulation. Like, it's just not a clean trade. Just because a trade won doesn't mean it's a good trade. I feel like new traders don't understand that, but like you can take a bad trade and it can win. Doesn't mean you should keep doing it. So these are equal highs. I really want these to get left behind. You said that 1 minute IFVG wasn't that good. I'm not even sad I missed it. Yeah, it wasn't good. There's the unfilled 15-minute gap below as well. Like, I'm really not trying to put an unfilled 15-minute gap below my stop loss at 10 a.m. So the most recent 5-minute gap, we're going to open up another 5-minute gap, which we're low-key like a little overextended, but maybe if we get some clear reaction out of this 5-minute. Trying to think, where can I target? I mean, there's these highs up here I should mark out. Oh, we took out the equal highs. That's annoying. I feel like there's so many days, there's just no pullbacks. You said Patrick took some trade with the alpha team watching him? Are we talking about Patrick Weirlin or Patrick from PB Trading? You said ever checked out US 30? I've looked at it in the past. I'm not the biggest fan personally. I'm more of like a Nasdaq guy. I mean, I've definitely checked it out in the past though. You said sorry man, late to chat. Any trades? You're good. I appreciate you showing up whenever you do. But what do you call it? No, I haven't taken any trades so far today. I was looking for longs, but I never really got any good pullback into like a 5 or a 15-minute gap. Like we did pull back into like this 5-minute gap over here, but I low-key wanted to see a pullback into the 15. You said PB Patrick, check his story. I definitely will. Yo, I can't. Yo, Patrick took that 1 minute. You said Sheesh Alpha was with him. Yeah, I mean, I guess they must be recording some YouTube video because I just looked at it on my phone. There's like multiple guys behind him with like cameras recording him. You said, okay, my day is done. Green on the day. That's what's up. But yo, that's crazy. I can't believe Patrick took that 1 minute. He said fuck a 15-minute pullback. Dude, he really took that? He probably just took 1-to-1. So maybe we can pull back a little bit now into a 5-minute gap, hopefully. You said, I mean, he had the pressure of the alpha team watching him. I'd probably do the same. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like if that were me, I might have hesitated on that. I feel like I feel like there's someone watching me, I might be a little more like hesitant. Like, oh, I gotta win. If that makes sense. Said he's multiple plays. I mean, I learned from him. Like I learned from him and Blake. I know how they trade. I mean, like he was basing the trade off the 5-minute gap. He said, "Sheesh." He actually took it. Yeah, he actually took it. You know, if I know Blake, though, I bet Blake did not take that. I feel like Patrick be a little more aggressive with its entries, if that makes sense, if you compare them. You said, I'll catch you later. Stay green out there. Appreciate you stopping by, MCO2. You said Blake probably didn't take that, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, if I know Blake. You said Patrick low-key the soul of PB trading, though, I thought. Even though I knew them through Patrick. I mean, yeah, I feel like if you, like, I used to be in their premium Discord, where I used to pay like $100 a month to be in their Discord. I feel like inside their Discord, I feel like Blake was the main guy, like, doing the live trading. At least that was back then. I feel like Patrick's more like the social media face. Because Blake's an amazing trader. He's a good teacher, too. Patrick is, too, but... You said, ever watch Spaceman with Adam Sandler, W movie? I don't think so. What makes you bring that up? Oh my god, we open up another 5-minute gap? There's like a million 5-minute gaps. You said Blake's a better trader than Patrick, and it's because Blake is I mean, yeah, that is true, but Blake did teach Patrick. I know all the PB trading lore. So we might finally get a pullback into... The only thing is, though, even if we get a pullback, we're going to open up. This is going to become a 15-minute gap over here. So honestly, it'd be nice if we could maybe pull back into this 15-minute. Didn't even hit the 5-minute. That's cool. I bet ES probably hit a 5-minute maybe. Oh, that's cool. ES didn't even hit the 5-minute either. Honestly, I'm hoping what I can get to see here is maybe we chop for a little bit, come down here, give me an inversion up. Maybe something like this. It's not the best drawing skills here. Maybe if I draw things, they just start happening. Because I like how as soon as I draw that, we start dumping. Excuse me. I hope that we don't react off this 5-minute gap that we're inside right now, because I would prefer to see a deeper pullback into this 15-minute gap we're going to open up in like 2 minutes. So I have to wait 2 minutes for this 15-minute gap to even open up, because it's technically not even open yet. So let's hope the 15 minutes stays open. Oh no, it'll definitely stay open. This gap's gonna be so big. The chances of us dropping like what 70 points in the next like 2 minutes. So we have like what, less than a minute until this 15-minute gap opens up now. So honestly, the way we're getting close to where this 15 minutes gap's going to open up to, so we might just open it up and tap into it immediately, which is what I would prefer, honestly. So that 15-minute gap just opened. I want to see a pullback into that 15-minute gap. Then I want to see a rejection out of it for me to take a long. So at the same time, we are inversing the recent 5-minute gap. I mean, that means nothing because we're tapping into a 15-minute gap, and like the higher time frame holds the higher power. So it doesn't matter what we do this 5-minute, especially there's a million 5 minutes here. Like, I'd expect us to invert the highest 5-minute and like tap into like this 5-minute, or maybe like this one. The only thing is though, entry wise, like let's say if we open up a 5-minute, like am I really gonna get a close through this 5-minute? It's gonna be good. Maybe. Probably not. There's no 30-second gap here, right? We're not opening this 1 minute. I was hoping we were going to open this 1 minute. Because, yeah, I mean, the thing is, we're opening up like this 4-minute now, too. Honestly, I low-key wish there was some 30-second gap in here I could take an inverse off of. That's such a good close, too. I mean, hopefully, maybe we can come down and re-sweep these lows down here so I can get an inversion. Oof. Maybe not. But the highest time frame gap here is this 4-minute. I like the reaction, though. We tapped into that 4-minute. You should wait till it hits the midpoint of the 15. Honestly, with how overextended, I could see that. Somewhere around there. So I really want to see us come down and re-sweep these lows. You said, yo, Tim, how's it going? Pretty good. How about you, Pillow? Timmy, what's up, GC Trading Systems? How are you? You said, I'm done for today. Paper trading, green start to the month. That's what's up, Pillow. Happy to hear it. KVN says, yo, what's up, KVN? How are you, bro? You said, good, caught some longs. Hey, that's what's up. Longs were definitely a play today. You said, good, bro. We looking at sells? Honestly, nah. I'm looking for buys right now. I feel like we've pulled back into like a 15-minute gap. I feel like we're low-key coming for these highs up here. But I want to see us come and sweep this low. You said caught YM longs, YM tagged the 15-minute. Maybe what, NQ? Yeah, I mean, I feel like I only look at ES and NQ, but sometimes I feel like YM will do stuff that'll make things move. I feel like I'd go crazy though if I was looking at ES, NQ, and YM. That'd be too much for me. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't want to jinx it. We might get a pullback. I mean, we were starting to get a pullback there. Damn, is this thing just not going to pull back? We probably open up a 5-minute gap, right? Yeah, there's a 5-minute gap that's opened up here. There's no even 30-second inversion going toward that 5-minute. Oh, this is so annoying. Even if there was like some 30-second inversion here, I probably would have taken that as well. Yeah, so we just tapped into that unfilled 5-minute gap, so I can't really target that unfilled 5-minute gap anymore. And the only thing I really could do is maybe take an inverse off of it, but like, I bet ES is probably going to take the high and put it in SMT. And it's like overextended. I want to see us pull back and re-sweep this low still. It's a minute and 30 seconds. I'm just considering if I were to take this. Let's go for like a 1-to-1. I'm probably not getting an entry though. So, I mean, if I can get a good close, which I don't think I'm going to. Yeah, I mean, ES is about to hit the high. Yeah, so I can't take that. ES took the high. There's an SMT there. So I really can't take that 5-minute inversion. At least me personally. There wasn't even a 5-minute gap there. Am I blind? Interesting. It was a 4-minute. I guess that 5-minute gap must have got filled in last minute. Interesting. Well, close enough. It was a 4-minute, but I still can't take it regardless. I mean, you can see, like, we're so bullish. We just tapped into this 15-minute gap we created, and we're just reacting so strongly out of it. And maybe if either NQ or ES wants to come down and sweep out this low inside this 15-minute gap, I'd look for longs off that, but it's just getting so overextended. So maybe we might get a pullback I want. I mean, it's looking like we're pulling back really strongly right now, which I like. I wonder if that 2-minute gap held. Interesting. We did hold that 2-minute. I mean, I still want this retracement to come down. Like, honestly, if we can, like, react off this low very strongly, maybe if we come down to equilibrium in this gap, maybe. One or two. I want to see a reaction off one of those two things. Said P. Patty posted. Yeah, I saw he took that 1-minute inversion like right after 10 a.m. Honestly, I wasn't the biggest fan of that. I thought it's crazy though. He had the Alpha team right behind him recording a documentary when he took that. Well, not documentary, like a video on him, I should say. You said you're on audio, bro. Let me know if this low gets swept. I got you, bro. You said bro made Timmy his personal alert. I mean, yeah, if I should be doing that, it's all good though. I mean, I'd be saying it out loud anyway. It's not like it affects me doing that. So I guess we inverted this 2-minute gap, which I feel like should allow us to come down to these lows now. But we're like 20 points away from the lows. You said, yeah, I took the 2-minute inversion going BE if we sweep the low. That's how I would play that if I took that. So we're like, what, 15 points away from the low now? So whenever this low does get taken, I'm 110% looking for longs off that. It's like 10 points to that low now. Oh, can it just take this low? It's edging it. You know, technically, I guess the correct word would be I want that low swept, not reswept. Because it hasn't been, well, it's been swept once. Okay, so yeah, we're coming really close to finally sweeping this low. It's like 7 points. Oh, yo, what's up, Anthony? How are you? Oh, so we finally swept that low I wanted to see get swept. Looks like we're reacting off of it already. So I gotta pay attention to what's like the highest time frame gap in the current leg here. There's like a 3 minute. It's really tiny. You said long bias? Yeah, I'm long bias right now. We've been pumping all day. Well, I feel like all morning session, I should say. I wonder if we can open up like a 1 minute somewhere down here. And even if we pull back further, we could maybe hit equilibrium of this 15-minute gap. So it looks like we're going toward that now. So yeah, now we're reacting off this low, it looks like. I might try to take it like if next candle on the 3 minute, if we close through this 3 minute gap, I might try and inverse off that. Oh, and Vizit, I don't know if you heard me before. We did sweep that low. So if I were to take this 3 minute inversion, I would go break even at that internal high up there. And I feel like for me to take this 3 minute, I feel like I want to see it. You said I'm on, bro. Thanks. Yeah, of course. But if I were to get this 3 minute, I feel like I want to see it happen really quickly. Like I wouldn't want to see it chop around for a long time and then happen. He said, well, I'm stopped at break even. It was worth a shot. I'm at 2 break evens today. I mean, at least you didn't lose any money today. That's what really matters. I mean, yeah, it looks like the 3 minute is the highest time frame gap in this leg, but the thing is, like, let's say if we come down again and like form a new price leg, right? So like, let's say we come up and we hit equilibrium in this gap, I could take some inversion like in here. That would be more ideal for me, but so we still have, what, another minute until this 3 minute candle closes? Because the 3 minute gap is the highest time frame gap in this leg. Yeah, so like if this candle we're forming right now, if it's going to shoot up and it's going to close through this 3 minute gap, I'm probably going to try this long. Oh, we have 30 seconds till this candle closes. I'll only take this long. Yeah, I mean, we're pulling back. I'll only take it if we get a really strong close up. Yeah, we're not getting a close. Oh, yeah, no. So like I'll either wait until the next candle, maybe the next candle wants to invert this 3 minute, or what I would prefer is maybe if we come down and resweep the low again, maybe, and give me some form of inversion down here. But I didn't even realize, how is it 10:54 already? I stopped trading in like 15 minutes if I can't find these setups. You said the gaps are relevant because it's very small. I wouldn't consider this setup. You can win, but it's risky. I mean, I won't lie. You are right. The gap is kind of small, but I feel like if you zoom in, it's not, what, how many points is this? It's like a 1 point gap. I feel like the draw is kind of clear though. I mean, I would prefer though if we could resweep the low and give me another leg down, the different gap. That would be more ideal. You said size does not matter, guys. That's what I've been trying to say, you know. No, I mean, to a point though, the size of gaps does matter in all seriousness. I feel like gaps are higher quality when they're like bigger in size. Bro said it's about the motion of the ocean, and the motion has a clear draw. I don't know how to respond to that one. I like enjoy that, and I'm also kind of intrigued by it at the same time. Oh, and you know, honestly, I should have been paying a little more attention. Honestly, if you look at ES on the left side of my screen, I'm sorry, the right side of my screen. I don't even know my right from my left, but there's these equal lows on ES. Honestly, I feel like we might need to take out these equal lows first. But so we did come down. We swept the low I wanted to see get reswept, right? So we have like a new price leg I could potentially take an inverse off of. We're even getting close to equilibrium of that 15-minute gap. Is there a 2-minute gap here? Ooh, this 2-minute looks juicier. I would prefer if we can open up like this 2-minute and then invert it immediately. I want to see us hit the equilibrium of this 15 we're so close to, but we don't necessarily need to hit it. Okay, we hit it though. Cool. So I'm pretty much hoping at some point we start getting a reaction up. Like, I'm not blindly going to start taking longs. Like, obviously, I need some form of confirmation. But we're low-key dumping right now. So ES just took those equal lows I was talking about. You said, oh man, seeing that TP hit after stopping me at break-even's rough, but it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. At least you had the right idea, though. I wonder, people that trade EQ Wicks are probably eating right now. I wonder, we're probably bouncing off the EQ of, like, these Wicks over here, I bet. You said facts. I just saw we were trading such a premium zone with the S&T at the highs and the 2-minute IFAG. Felt like the stars were aligning. I mean, yeah. Me personally, like the way I trade specific, I would have preferred if there's like an unfilled gap below. Because I'm pretty sure when you took that, there was a 15-minute that already got rebalanced. Like, honestly, I probably would have considered that more if there's an unfilled gap. I honestly might have taken that if there's an unfilled gap. You know, I'm thinking kind of far ahead right now, but honestly, if we can open up, this would be right toward the end of my session, but if we can open up, like, let's say if we open up a 4-minute gap here, and we can immediately inverse that 4-minute, I would take something like that too. There's like these relative equal highs up here. Are these actually, yeah, they're relative equal highs, yeah. You said, yeah, it's fair. My first break even was a long from that 15-minute gap tap. Failed to go higher. Are we going to open up this 3-minute? So we're going to open up this 3-minute gap. It looks like we're starting to react off equilibrium of this 15-minute gap here. So if I took this, I'd probably go break even. There's like another unfilled 3-minute gap up here. I'd go break even there. I'd probably need target there. But, so honestly, let me just double check. There's no 4-minute gap here, right? I mean, there's no 4-minute. There's no 5-minute. So this 3-minute gap, I mean, so the 3-minute is the highest time frame where there are gaps. The only tricky part is there's this 3-minute gap over here, and there's this like microscopic 3-minute gap over here. So the only thing is, if I take this first 3-minute inverse, I just want to make sure that I'm break even at the point we tap into that second, like the unfilled 3-minute gap, if that makes sense. But I mean, that's if I even get it set up. What a reaction. Because right, there's no 4-minute. Or you might open up this really tiny 4-minute. Wow, I didn't think we were going to open a 4-minute. So, I mean, this is 11 a.m. though, right? So we had 11 a.m. open. 11 a.m. manipulated down. It kind of swept out this previous, like, 15-minute low. Yo. Oh, there's no 30-second. Yo, I literally would have considered that 30-second if I could get a 30-second there. Honestly, at this point, if we can open up this 4-minute and immediately inverse it, I would try that long. So you have, what, 2 minutes until this 4-minute gap's going to open? You said right. I'm gonna head out. Best of luck with the rest of the stream. Hopefully get a long opportunity. Appreciate that, Uber. I hope you have a good rest of your day, bro. This is low-key some tricky price action, I feel like. So we're reacting up now a little bit, looks like. I want us to chill out for 30 more seconds so that this 4-minute gap actually opens up. Because the 4-minute gap's not going to open. You said, I love how everyone acts so chill when our username is so unusual. I mean, yeah, I used to... Dude, like, I feel like I've been on Discord for a long time. Like, I know we're not on Discord, but, like, I feel like on Discord, people have crazy usernames. So I feel like I'm used to seeing people with, like, absolutely crazy usernames. So this is probably the main thing I'm looking to get today, honestly. So if we're going to shoot up right now and close through this 4-minute gap, I feel like that would be the confirmation I want for a long. But if we're just going to keep dumping, I might just call it for the day. So I'll wait till this next 4-minute candles closes. You said 714. I mean... $714. I think they want like 700, but I mean, the thing is, I feel like it's just so far away, though. I feel like the thing is, if we do come all the way back to this 15-minute down here, like, we might just be starting to move bearish, honestly, at that point. Because, like, I feel like if we're not going to start reacting up soon, I'm not as bullish. We're about to fill in like almost all of this 15-minute gap. You said I get off in 10 minutes for real, not gonna lie. I mean, yeah. If honestly, I'm about to start wrapping up if I can't get a trade in like 5 minutes. You said, were you in that? Well, like shorts? Nah. I want us to open up a 1-minute gap. I'm not taking... There's like 30 seconds in here that are kind of garbage. There's no 2-minute gap. I mean, honestly, even if I wanted to take a long here, I really couldn't. So, I mean, honestly, the main thing I would want to see... It's highly unlikely. It's highly unlikely. But if in the next minute, if we just decide we want to start shooting up and close to this... I mean, I would take that long, but... I don't think I'm getting it. I mean, this next candle still has to move very far for me to get my entry I want. Let me just double check, right? There's no 5-minute gap here. The highest time frame is a 4-minute. I mean, the thing is, though, it's like, what, 40 seconds? And this thing's got to move that far in 40 seconds? I'm probably not getting this entry. Yeah, I'm not taking that. I feel like the thing is, like, I feel like I was bullish bias, but we're just so overextended. And we're just not giving the reactions I want. And I normally stop trading at 11:10 because I feel like it starts to get closer to lunch hour. See, honestly, I'm probably going to start wrapping up stream here. Because I don't think I'm going to place any more trades. So starting at the open, right? So 9:30 market open was right around here. So I was bullish bias. So why was I bullish bias, right? So if I clean off all these drawings, if you go to like the 4 hour, for example, right? If I scroll over. So first thing that happened, right? You said there's someone in the world that would low-key call his ex 11 a.m. price action. But, so you can see both NQ and DS took out this low down here, right? This is a very significant low. Like, I always say, like, when you zoom out on the higher time frame and you can see a low like that, it's obviously very significant. And what happened after we swept that low? Extreme displacement in the opposite direction, right? We're coming up so hard. As well, as I was saying, the main thing that would make me really confident in longs was if at 10 a.m., which this ended up did happening, but I wanted to see that 10 a.m. candle close through both this fair value gap down here and this volume imbalance. So real quick, I feel like some of you guys, just so you guys understand this, right? So what's the difference? So this is a fair value gap. A fair value gap is the difference between like the wicks, right? Where they don't touch it. But in this case, we also have a volume imbalance. You said, bro, we might get an IFVG. Well, on the 4 minute. I just don't like. I feel like it's getting too late in the session. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna pass up on it. Me personally, if you want to take it, you can definitely go for it. I'm not gonna discourage you from doing that. It's definitely not the worst setup. It really isn't. I just normally stop trading at 11:10. I know this sounds stupid, but I kind of follow my rules blindly. But, so, you said tell me you got in the green today? Nah, I couldn't find any good pullbacks for a long, really. But, so, even on the daily time frame, right? You said I'm scared to take the first trade. Honestly, if it's your first trade and you're funded, me personally, I mean, it's your decision at the end of the day, but I would wait, honestly. I'd say wait until you get like a really clean setup, like start on the right foot. Like maybe if you think this is a really clean A+ setup, take it and all. But like determine what a clean A+ setup looks like, and if this is your clean A+ setup, take it. If it's not, may wait for something more clean. You said passing up on it, don't worry. Yeah, I don't like telling people what to do, but if I were you, I'd lean up and passing up on it. And we're also low-key kind of overextended. But, so I was talking about on the daily, right? So how did this daily candle move, right? So at the open, right, we've manipulated down, taking out these lows. And then from there, we reacted so strongly up from there, right? So it's like you want to follow this daily candle. We've already manipulated down. From there, we're going to continue up, right? So the 4 hour is in line with the story. And then I was looking for a long right at market open, right? But the thing was, we never pulled back into any 5 or 15 minute fair value gap. So like when I look at, right, this is 9:30 open, right? So this gap never got traded to. This gap never got traded to. And then this gap actually did get traded to. And this was, look, right before 10 a.m. So there was 10 a.m. news. You said my rules don't allow 11 a.m. choppiness. That's what's up. But yeah, so we pulled back into this 5 minute gap right here. But the only thing is there's red folder news coming out in like a couple minutes. So I wasn't willing to take that. So we left behind this data high up here. Let me zoom in a little bit. So we left behind this data high up here. So I was hoping that we could from there pull back into the 15-minute gap we created, right? Because, clear my drawings. So this right here is this unfilled 15-minute gap. So you can see, like, we pulled back into this 5-minute gap, but there's a 15-minute gap below. So, like, I know there's some people that took, like, this 1-minute inversion. Dude, I genuinely can't believe Patrick took that. But, like, there's this 1-minute inversion. Why I personally, you said good teacher, Alpha Future should give you a raise. Appreciate that. But, so yeah, the thing is, in my opinion, like, 10 a.m., why is 10 a.m. significant? I say this, like, every single day. You said we took the same trade? Oh, I mean, I didn't take it. Patrick from PB Trading took it, but that's what's up if you guys both took that. But, so 10 a.m., right? When you look at this 10 a.m. candle, I know I have so many drawings, so it's kind of hard to see. But, like, look at the bottom. Usually, we like to put in a wick and manipulate into some significant area, right? So, I wanted to see 10 a.m. manipulate down into this unfilled 15-minute gap. I didn't want to just see a retracement into a 5-minute. Unfortunately, that's pretty much all we got. So we retraced into this 5-minute and we inverted this 1-minute gap. The thing I also didn't like either was we made like these like equal highs. Well, I think we barely swept data highs. Like me personally, I would have preferred along here if the data highs were untouched so I can target fresh data highs. As well as I also didn't like, it's just this is so close to news. Like most prop firms say you can't trade 2 minutes before and after news, and it's like this is a trade like 3 minutes after news. Like, I mean, like, I take trades really close to news, but like I don't like the combination of it being really close to news, and I don't think it's the cleanest setup. But so I mean, I know Patrick from PB Trading took this. Me personally, I really don't feel comfortable taking that. But so from there, I saw we're continuing up, right? I was still looking for longs. I really wanted to see a pullback into a 5 or a 15-minute fair value gap. So you can kind of see, like, as we're trading up, right? 5-minute gap, never traded to. 5-minute gap, didn't get traded to. 5-minute gap, didn't get traded to. And we eventually did trade to it at like 10:30, let's say, right? So the thing was, I never really got any clear inversions kind of coming out of there. And I did want to see us trade into this 15-minute gap down here. But like, the thing is, though, once we came into the 15-minute gap, there's no inversion, really, coming out of here. So from there, I was pretty much saying I want to see these lows get reswept. And, like, also, one nuance, right? Like, if I'm basing a trade off of this 15-minute gap that's already been rebalanced, right? For me to still base a trade off this 15-minute gap, I have to see the low inside that gap get swept like we did today, right? So, like, I was looking for longs again once we swept this internal low. So again, same thing. Like, I was pretty much looking for, like, there's some tiny 3-minute gap up here. I wanted to, I was looking for an inverse off that. David said, what's up, Tim? Just hopped on, wanted to say what's up. What's up, David? Appreciate you stopping by. You said past 2 accounts after I got that pullback to a key level. Hey, that's what's up, Tanner. But, yeah, so at first I was waiting for some, like, 3-minute inverse up here. I never really got that. And then I feel like the last thing I was looking for on the day was I saw that we came to equilibrium of this 15-minute gap. So, like, honestly, equilibrium of big gaps is honestly a good place to look at. So we actually got, like, a good pullback here. I saw we opened up this tiny 4-minute gap over here, which it looks like it's kind of playing out right now. So the reason that I passed up on this 4-minute is a couple of reasons. So one, I don't like how late in the day it is. The entry for this would have been at like 11:12. I honestly have a rule for myself that I stop trading at 11:10. Because I feel like once you get closer to like that lunch hour chop, I feel like it's not ideal. So that's one reason why I don't like this trade. Another reason why I don't like this trade is I feel like it's not blatantly obvious. Like, I feel like we're low-key overextended. Like, when you zoom out on the 1 hour, like, look at the size of this 9 a.m. candle. We've distributed up really high. And then at 10 a.m., yeah, we came even higher up. So yeah, like, there are these highs up here we're trending toward, but we're just low-key overextended, right? And like, yeah, this setup could work out, But I feel like this is one of these setups where if it lost, I'd be kicking myself saying, oh, well, like, this wasn't an A+ setup. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of this 4-minute. Like, yeah, we did rebalance a 15-minute. We had a strong 15-minute close right here. But we could shop at lunch hour. I don't like it that much, honestly. I feel like if you zoom in, though, it's not the worst setup, but... You said NQ selling pressure areas no long for me. I guess you probably look at EQ Wix, I assume, right? 9. It's probably EQ one of these wicks, like Equilibrium wick, I bet. Yeah, but I don't think I got anything else to say for today. So it was a no trade day for me. So I'll show you guys me locking myself out of my account real quick. Because I'm pretty much down to these alpha accounts. So I'll just lock these out real quick. Guys, I have a 100% win rate for January. I've lost no trades this month. I'm just joking. I mean, honestly, this 4-minute might play out, but you said W, appreciate that. But yeah, honestly, even if this 4-minute plays out, I'm not gonna beat myself up. Like, I feel like it just didn't fit my rules. Yeah. You said take care, bro. We gonna get it tomorrow. Hopefully Donald Trump keeps his mouth shut. That's what's up. Appreciate you stopping by, Vised. Have a good rest of your day. You said have a nice day. Appreciate that. You too. Yeah, honestly, too, I feel like if I keep looking at this 4-minute playing out, it's gonna make me feel FOMO. So, yeah. I mean, I'll stay on for like a couple more minutes in case you guys got any questions. And also, join my free Discord if you're not in there already. It's in the pinned comment as well as on my profile. You guys are welcome to tag me anytime, ask me any questions. I can't guarantee I'll get back to you in like a timely fashion, but I respond to everyone on my Discord. And also, if you guys are new here, I do live trade every single day, Monday to Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you guys are welcome to pull up next time. If you guys enjoyed this, definitely drop me a sub, hit that like button. Yeah, but I guess you guys probably don't have any questions. Honestly, there's not too much to go over today. I feel like it was kind of a boring day. But I do appreciate every single one of you guys stopping by. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And then I'll be back here again tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace out, guys.